Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Good night and happy Wednesday to everyone. This is Jeff Bache here, all about that Bache, streaming to you guys from Columbia, South Carolina. Um, Alright, let's get into what we're going to do today. We went ahead and put ourselves in the queue. Looks like the queue is running a little dry. Let's talk about GLC, talk about some big Pokemon news, and then we'll see whether or not we get paired in that time. And if we don't get paired, I don't know. We'll figure something out for this stream. But let's talk about GLC first. First off, those of you guys who don't know, GLC is a wonderful format. It's called Gym Leader Challenge. Basically, it's a singleton format. You can only play one of each type of Pokemon. No rules box Pokemon are allowed. No GXs, Vs, VMAX, those sorts of things. And of course, you got yourself the monotype. Choose your favorite type, go to town with it, see what you can do with it. And that's the Gym Leader Challenge format. It's really sweet. If you are interested in playing this format, you like the gameplay, you like what you see here on the stream, there's so many other resources out there. I recommend you go check out gymleaderchallenge.com. There's a lot of good places to get started on that website, some starter decks. The deck we're going to be playing today, or that we hope to be playing today, will not be on there, although I think that it's up and coming and it might find its way to the website at some point. It's maybe just missing one or two things. Alright, let's talk about what we got going on. And before we do that, let's just, I guess, talk about the big news. Sorry if my screen is switching back and forth. So, big news today coming from the Pokemon TCG company and Direwolf, which is the company that produces the Pokemon Online, is that Pokemon TCGO, or Pokemon Trading Card Game Online, is not going to be receiving any new expansions following Crown Zenith. So Scarlet and Violet and any future packs won't be available. So that basically means that Pokemon Trading Card Game Online is kind of finding itself on the cutting board. So we'll see it kind of phase out in the future, and then if we want to continue to play GLC, I think we're going to have to either switch to paper, which I'm already excited about because I already have all those cards, or our hope is that the new online client, Pokemon TCGL, or Pokemon Trading Card Game Live, finally has all the cards on it that we need to play. Currently, they're missing the black and white sets and any of the XY cards. So if they get those cards on, which they have them programmed for viewing on that client, but they don't have them available to play, then we should be able to play GLC pretty easily. So that's my hope. Can they do it in time for us? Scarlet and Violet doesn't really come until March, towards the, I think, the end of March, so we got some time to continue playing GLC on this client, but we'll just have to wait and see what really ends up happening. So it's a little bit of a bummer since we just started streaming it, but it'll work its way out. We're not devastated by it, but definitely a big update, which is probably one of the reasons why our queue is a little bit slow today. Again, the last person before us, it looks like maybe waited 45 minutes before they got paired. We're not going to wait that long. We got things to do, but we'll wait a little bit for the queue to pop up here. We put ourselves in for a 15-minute queue, so let's see what's going on. Well, let's talk about the deck that we hope to play today. It's pretty sweet. I've play tested against it a lot. My friend Opa Shiggy is the one who I've been playing against, and he loves this deck. These are the things that are going on with it. He's playing a couple different things in some of the other stock list. I'm going to go straight stock list today. So this list is from, again, someone that we've stolen a lot of lists from, and I want to give him credit, Joshua Blatty. Again, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing his name, or if he ever shows up, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. But this is the list that he's been running and having success with. Blacephalon here, awesome card. If your opponent has exactly 3 cards, we get to put 12 damage counters on them. 4 damage counters in any way we like, if not. So pretty utilitarian creature here. Very situational, but it's good to have in a pinch. Then we got Chimecho, which is one of our main ways to stall. Its Bell of Silence attack does 10 damage while also allowing our opponents not to play any Pokemon that has ability. Great against the grass decks, great against water decks, really great against most decks in the Gym Leader Challenge format. Comfey is our engine. This is the card that without a doubt we want to have, and we want to have early. Comfey is standard all-star as well. So this card, again, you end up buying this card, it's going to have its value for a while. Not saying that it's super expensive anyway. But its flower selecting ability lets us look at the top 2 cards of our deck. One goes to our hand, one goes into the Lost Zone. And we'll talk about why we need the Lost Zone here in a bit. Espurr, Catter Day Attack, lets us draw a card. It puts it to sleep, unfortunately. And then Meowstic lets us go and search our deck for 2 supporter Pokemon when it evolves from our hand. Important there that we know it evolves from our hand. Marshadow, it's the reason why this card is banned in some other formats. Every time we play it onto our bench, shuffle our hand and our opponent's hands into their deck, and we get to draw 4 more. So usually we want to burn through our hands early. We can Ultra Ball, Peony, something like that. And all of a sudden we have no cards in our hand. And then we just let loose. And then we mess with our opponent's hands while drawing us some more cards. Then we're playing Scoop Up Net to do this again. It's just a very good card. Awesome all around. Mew's Bench Barrier is all you want. And then we've got the Psi Power Attack here for 1 energy, 3 damage counters any way we want. Mewtwo's here to get us a supporter card back from our discard power. We have 1 very important supporter card that we need a lot of. Sableye is the reason why we are a Lost Zone deck. If there's 10 cards in our Lost Zone, we can put 12 damage counters in any way we want on our opponent's Pokemon. We're hoping to get Sableye active early and then Lost Mine and pick off 2 to 3 creatures a turn. Hopefully we've softened them up with some of our other spread attacked creatures. Banette is here because we can put a supporter card from our discard pile in our hand if we put this card and all attached cards in our Lost Zone. So this is a quick way to get back one of our strong supporters while building into our Sableye game plan. And then Gengar is here. It's just another cheap attacker. Its Screaming Circle says put 2 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon for each bench Pokemon. So we can do up to 100. But then on the other side, if it's in our discard pile, we can put 3 damage counters on it and put it onto our bench. So we have a couple of cards in our deck that let us go get it, put it in our discard pile, and then we put it on our bench. We don't have to evolve it from Ghastly or Haunter. We're not even playing those cards. Besides that, our supporter suite's pretty awesome. We're playing a lot of item cards. This deck loves to take game actions. If you want to do stuff every turn and you want to do a lot of the same thing, this is the deck for you. You're going to find yourself not really even attacking until you have like 15 to 10 cards left in your deck, and that can get kind of stressful. So again, if that's something that you want to avoid, this is also another deck to avoid when it comes to that. Your game plan, fill up the Lost Zone. We got a couple things here. Lost Blender. We discard 2 cards, or we put 2 cards from our hand to the Lost Zone, and we get to draw a card, which seems bad. But when we're trying to get up to 10, this card is extremely powerful for that. Then we were talking about getting that Gengar into the discard pile. Well, Battle Compressor lets us search our deck for up to 3 cards, discard them. So we could always use this card to go and fetch our Gengar, put it into the graveyard, and then get it back. We can also get some of our other things back if we have one of these cards that lets us get a supporter card back from the graveyard. This is a way to kind of search it and then still play that supporter that turn. This plus Mewtwo gets us our most important card. Our most important card in this deck, besides Sableye and besides Comfey, is Colress's Experiment. This card is just, you want to be doing this early, you want to be doing this often. It's a supporter card, lets us look at the top 5, 3 in our hand, 2 in the Lost Zone. So it's bonkers in terms of card advantage, and then it's bonkers in terms of putting cards into our discard pile. This is a card that we want to see. And a lot of times games can be decided on whether or not we can see this card or not. If it's prized, pretty sad. Same thing with Comfey, the same thing with Sableye. Like, our deck is one of the decks that is probably the least consistent when it comes to prizing. The deck is sweet though. When it functions, and it definitely has some backup plans here and there, but overall it can get disrupted pretty easily, all because of prizing. The other day I was playing just a test match, and my Comfey and my Hisuian Heavy Ball were in my prizes. Well, I don't think there's any way I'm going to get my Lost Zone up if those 2 things are happening. So we just have to deal with it, and sometimes we have to admit defeat. But hopefully, if we get a chance to play, things will be better. Psychic Lost Sun. Alright, this is the deck that we talked about way earlier in stream. This might be a first time I have to go back and actually do some editing in my YouTube videos. Oh, editing! Why? Why must I do all the work? Alright, we won the coin flip. We want to go second. We do not want to go first. Alright, we have Chimecho. And we have Random Receiver. So Random Receiver is going to find us something really good, because we only have like 2 supporters in our deck. This Chimecho's Bell of Silence is gonna maybe lock out our friend here. Oh, is he playing the grass deck that I put together the other day? Alright, he's playing the aggro bug list that I put together the other day that I'm super excited about. Oh, and we drew that. This is just going to be super sweet all the way around. He had no energy, unfortunately. So all these cards got revealed to our opponent until we found Skyla. So we can't Skyla and Marshadow in the same turn, which is kind of sad because Marshadow shuffles everything back, right? So I think we want to do this. I guess we could save the Marshadow for next turn. It's just maybe likely that he has the Jump Bluff or something. I think we're fine. We can hide behind Bell of Silence. So he can't like skip plume us into Jump Bluff next turn because he can't play any Pokemon with abilities. This card is like sneaky good. So our opponent can play the Yanma. Alright, he's going to shuffle. His hand was bad. He found energy, but his hand wasn't super great. There's the Turtwig. We want to get rid of that ASAP if we can. I think I messed up last turn. I was supposed to play the Skyla to go and grab the Colress's experiment so I could play it this turn. My brain was just thinking about this Marshadow, and it just didn't happen. Just didn't happen. Hey, what's up, man? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you being here. It's your boy. TTV, it's your boy. Thanks again. Anyway, we're hiding behind this Chimecho. We're going to keep Chimechoing. We're going to Chimecho till we can't Chimecho anymore. And it might be next turn because of this Yanmega. So Bug Bite for 30. Not that big of a deal. Alright, so let's put this here. I don't have any extra Mew V cards on me. I'm sorry, man. So where are we at here? Let's go ahead and Skyla, because we need that Colress's experiment. We could also do Fog Crystal here. If we did Fog Crystal, we could put Comfey out, and then we have Switch. But we don't have the energy that we need. Let's get Fog Crystal anyway, because we just need to get Comfey going. Or is Comfey is in our deck, fortunately for us. So Energy Retrieval says what? Alright, so let's switch. Let's put Comfey out. Let's go Flower Selecting. The Shuppet, probably better than the Rescue Carrier, right? I think so. Let's do this. Let's Bicycle. There's the Mew. Let's go ahead and Marshadow here. Shuffle these away, draw 4 more. We'd love to find something. Let's go ahead and... There's our Colress experiment. So our hand for next turn is looking pretty good. Let's save our energy. Let's escape rope. Our opponent's going to have to choose between Hoppet with Free Retreat and Turtwig. Our opponent's probably checking here to see if we can attack in one way or another. We can't do much here. We're going to put the Chimecho out. We could level ball, but I think we just save it. Pretty sure this Chimecho is going to die. Bell of Silence again. Pokegear. Guzman Hala. Alright, are they going to Guzman Hala for an energy, maybe? One of the great things that's happening right now for us on our side, one, we know what Fire Satyr is playing. Right, going for Ball Guy, which is probably a smart choice just to get more guys on his bench. This Yanmega is just going to keep hurting itself as it takes prizes, which is going to let our Sableye just come in and be like, bow, 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 and get him. Our opponent can't play any Pokemon with abilities because of our Chimecho. Send up the Combi Vespiquen. Alright, they're going to level ball here. They might be getting their Ultra Beast. What is it called? Kartana? It's a Rosalia. Did he grab a Nest Ball to get an energy? Timer Ball. Alright, heads. Heads. So double heads here. Alright, Roserade Grottle, which he can't play because of our Chimecho. Alright, Yanmega, do you have the energy? Do you have the energy? We would love to see the energy. Alright, there's a Beedrill from Turffield. Bugbyte for 30. So no energy, which is sad. Alright, let's PokéStop. PokéStop is going to get worse for us. If you haven't ever read PokéStop, we can put 3 cards from the top of our deck. Any item cards get put into our hand. Our deck is 90% item cards. And there's the Banette. We kind of wanted the Banette, to be honest. We can Rescue Stretcher the Banette back into our hand, which is pretty sweet. Then we can play the Banette. Let's go. We don't have any evolutions in our deck, do we? Let's Colress experiment here. Field Blower, U-turn board, Nest Ball. Let's put the U-turn board on Comfey, I think. Let's save all the other things. What can we do here that's super exciting for us? Not much. Let's put this here. Let's wait till next turn to do this. Hopefully Brian doesn't find a way to kill this. If we wait till next turn, I guess he's more likely to disrupt our hand. Yeah, Ryan's complaining about Chimecho. So what's sweet is if we find another way to get the Chimecho back, right? Like we could have saved the Rescue Stretcher to do it, but eventually at some point we have to progress our own game plan. So next turn we'll be able to put the Banette plus the Pokemon attached to it into our Lost Zone, which is going to put us up to 5 and get back Colress Experiment. Colress's Experiment is going to put 2 more up there. We're going to promote our Comfey. We'll be able to get to 8. So then we're pretty close. And then this can finish off the Hoppit for a prize. So Brian's going to be up on a prize, but we'll be looking pretty good from that standpoint. We would love the Colress Experiment like Gengar or something. We can go get the Mewtwo with Quick Ball too. Oh, they're going to get Lost City. Lost City is pretty good here. We do have the Field Blower to get rid of that and the Baton if they play them. So there's Brian showing us Lost City. I'm surprised he didn't PokéStop. His deck has a lot of tool cards and item cards in it. Alright, so there goes Chimecho. Here goes our Comfey. Alright, ooh, Lost Splender's pretty good. I think that lets us do the thing this turn. Let's do this. Let's Flower Select first. Oh, Target Whistle is pretty funny, but so is Clara. We might have been okay with Lost City. Brian is saying we might have been okay with Lost City. But we don't want... Scoop Up Net, Hex Maniac. All of those are pretty good cards in general. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we got Clara for next turn. Let's put the Mewtwo down and let's get back Colorless Experiment. And then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 30, 100, 1, 2. Marnie. Battle Compressor. Battle Compressor is pretty sweet. So we're in a good spot right now. He's going to evolve the Roserade. He finally gets to use his ability. What card are you going to get? Lusamine? I'm going to be honest. If I were Brian right now, I might get Lusamine and I might get that Lost City because he's going to take the knockout on the Sableye here. And he doesn't want this card coming back. And we can't do much without this. So if he gets the Lusamine, he can get Lost City back, play it, knock out my Sableye, and then this is in the Lost Zone. Not much we can do. Oh, so Revitalizer we're okay with, because Sableye is just going to come back next turn. And whatever he gets back, we're just going to kill. We're going to kill those again. Like, I am sorry, Brian. If you play those, we are killing those again. I don't know if Brian has read Vespiquen. If you have 4 or fewer, it does nothing. So we are sorry, Brian. We are sorry. We're in like a pretty good spot. Like, I don't really want to do anything. I think I might just like Battle Compressor. Let's get Gengar. Let's throw Gengar in the graveyard. Let's get Gengar back. And then I don't want to do anything else. Let's Hex Maniac to stop abilities from working. Sorry, Brian. When you're learning a deck like that, it's just like to be expected. 40, 70. So we're up to 110 again. So let's do this. So boom, 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 boom. All right, cool. Taking 2 more prizes. What's up, Pumping You Dry? What's up, man? Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the chatting. We are doing our best over here with GLC. Let's see if Brian wants to play us again. Yes, he does want to play us again. He's playing the Bug Aggro deck, which, again, is a deck I really wanted to play on stream. I have it put together. Just haven't played it yet. Got it in paper, too. Super sweet deck. Some misplays there. Fire Drinker Satyr is new to GLC and new to the deck. He's a player from our local community. Super awesome dude. Super good at Magic. Just new to GLC. We were happy to have him playing GLC. Alright, our hand is bad. Our hand is real bad. Did we choose to go first? I can't remember. Alright, our opponent has Hoppit. We have Quick Ball, though. What is this Retreat? Retreat is 1. So we can do some things here that aren't like super awful. Let's go and get our Comfey. Let's hope it's in our deck. It is. So let's play Comfey. Let's put Mystery Energy is the retreat cost is less, right? Let's put this on Shuppet and let's retreat and let's start Comfying. Rescue Stretcher or Scoop Up Net? We definitely want Scoop Up Net here. It's going to let us kind of do what we just did again. Let's do Mysterious Treasure. Let's get rid of Target Whistle. And let's hope our Marshadow is in our deck. Part of me really wants to get this Chimecho. I just don't think we can afford it right now. So let's do this. Put that out there. Let's play Comfey. Let's play Marshadow. Putting Brian's hand to 4 here is going to be pretty important for us. Let's go ahead and Fog Crystal. Let's get the Chimecho, just to show Brian what's up. And then let's get something good here with Scalo. I think we want to just get Colress Experiment for next turn. Yeah, let's get Colress's Experiment for next turn. And then let's Blah, which does nothing. It was very bleh. We bled. Alright. Ship it. Do your thing, man. And potentially die. Alright, quick ball by our opponent here. Putting the Jump Pluff. Good. We're not getting Jump Pluff this turn. That's how you get donked from the grass decks, as they just go, well, here's Skip Bloom, and then here's Jump Pluff, and then attack for 120, and you're dead. Because if you remember, Skip Bloom lets it instantly evolve, as long as you attach an energy to it, into Jump Pluff in the same turn. So it double evolves. And then its Fluffy Barrage attack lets it attack for 60 twice. So that's one of the grass deck's most explosive openings. Unfortunately for Brian, it looks like he just doesn't have it. So quick ball here. Oh. Ouch. No playable Pokemon. That's kind of brutal. We're probably not going to be able to knock out this Hoppet next turn. I feel for you, man. No playable Pokemon. Does that mean he has 6 prized basic Pokemon? Alright. Feel for the man. Our Shuppet did it. Shuppet! Alright. Last one for me, guys. Thanks for checking out and staying on the stream. It's been an up and down night. We started with some standard because there was no queue. Alright. Would you like to go first? No, we don't want to go first. We have the Chimecho, we have the energy, and we have the switch, so we don't want to show Brian the Chimecho because he might tilt off to the edge of the moon. The Chimecho is just so good against the grass decks. I know this because I've play tested against this so much. It is so frustrating to no end. So with the Chimecho, we probably Professor's Letter for a normal Psychic Energy and save this Mystery Energy for something later. There's the Turtwig, which is a pretty good start by Brian. Since you can't play Supporter, I'm surprised that he went with the Trainer's Mail here. And because he has Marnie, I'm more inclined to save this Professor's Letter. Alright, he's going to go. I'm assuming that's Capture Energy. Yeah, Capture Energy on the Turtwig. Grass loves to get its guys out early. So the fact that Fire Drinker Satyr is doing that, getting the Cricketot, he wants to make his boys big. I don't blame him for that. Alright, let's start by flower selecting. Level Ball or Horror Energy. I think we level ball here. I think we can get rid of most of our hand, which is like just a big plus for us in the long run. So let's switch to the Chimecho. Let's play this on the Chimecho. Let's level ball. Let's go and get Marshadow if it's in our deck. Again, this is only going to net us really one card here, but we get to mess with Brian's hand a bit. Peony is pretty sweet. Clara, we drew again. We might just Peony here, because like I don't really see us needing any of these cards. Let's Peony here, and let's get Battle Compressor, and let's get Colress's Experiment. Let's go ahead and do this in case Brian messes with our hand, and let's throw our Gengar into the mix. Let's bench Gengar, kind of dissuade Brian from putting a big bench out there, and then let's Bell of Silence. A pretty good turn for us. Again, we're kind of like low on resources in our hand, but we have Colress's Experiment. And Colress's Experiment is our best card. It's going to at least get us 3 cards into our hand. And then Bell of Silence is going to stall Brian out. He can't play any Pokemon with abilities from his hand. So no Grotle, no Roserade, no Kricketune. He's going to Hisuian Heavy Ball here. I wonder if he knows. He's got his Hoppip prized. He's going to play the Hoppip. Evolution Incense. Maybe Beedrill? Maybe he's just going to grab the Yanmega. So I think he has a way to go get the other one. We've used our Scoop Up Net already, right? Or no? No, we haven't. So if we find Scoop Up Net, we're pretty happy. I wonder if Brian has read Gengar's ability. Alright, there's the Roserade. Brian's deck plays a lot of energy for a grass deck. Oh, Scoop Up Net. That's kind of what we wanted to see here. Alright, let's start with this. We want to grab 3. So Psychic Energy is probably pretty good. Guzma is probably pretty good. Random Receiver is probably okay. Because what do you have left in the deck? I actually don't know if that's okay. I think we want Bicycle here. Alright, let's retreat into Comfey. Let's go Flower Selecting. Mysterious Treasure seems fine. Let's Scoop Up Net our Comfey. Put out the Chimecho. Let's play this. Let's attach an energy here. Do we want to discard Bicycle? Or do we want to discard Guzma? We could go and get like Mewtwo, and Mewtwo gets us back Colress's Experiment. So let's ditch the Guzma. Let's get Mewtwo. Although if we get Mewtwo, like we can't Sableye for a while, Brian has to kill one of our guys. That's fine. He's like pretty priced into killing our Chimecho. As we just keep drawing cards here. And then let's Bicycle to draw up to 4 cards. And we drew into the Colress's Experiment, which is pretty sweet. So let's Bell of Silence again. We're going to milk this for a while, the Chimecho, because Brian can't just do anything. And then we're setting up our Sableye. And it's just going to be magical. So we only have 4 cards in our discard pile right now. This can retreat for free. We might retreat for free, then put our Gengar up and attack next turn. Killing the Roserade is pretty important. Not allowing the Hoppip to evolve. And like Brian's going to have to find a way to get the Roselia out of the Active Zone. So boss's orders. Puts the Mewtwo up. He's going to scoop up net his Rosalia. Going to put out the Yanmega. Alright, now net ball for an energy, I'm assuming. Good plays by Brian. We actively need the Mewtwo gone. So let's call our experiment. We are going to get... Oh, we drew that, which might make Brian upset a little bit. We want the energy in our hand. The quick ball is fine. Let's get the Lost Vacuum. So let's Lost Vacuum. Let's ditch the Banette. Get rid of that. Let's attach the air balloon here. And then, do I want to put out something, or do I want to keep Chimechoing? Chimecho's annoying. Alright, let's retreat into the Chimecho. I don't want to commit any more energy, do I? I don't think I want to commit any energy yet. Let's Bell of Silence here. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7. So up to 7 cards here. Peony here by our opponent. Peony looking pretty good. Let's see, he's got to put back 3 cards though. I think he's looking for an energy. He hasn't played that many. He's played a Capture Energy and a Grass Energy. We've stopped his search engine. We've stopped Roserade. We stopped a lot from happening. And he's down to 3 cards in hand. Now he found the other energy. He's going to be excited to kill that. That's going to take 3 damage. Counters. Let's put the Comfey. Alright, there's U-turn board. That's a pretty good draw by us. Fog Crystal. What are your Pokemon? 6 damage counters. Okay. That's pretty fun. Let's retreat into Gengar. Let's attach this to Gengar. Gengar is going to do 80 damage here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're pretty close. So there goes Yanmega. Let's get a prize. And so now if Brian commits a card to attack this, he should put out his Hoppit. It's got free retreat. That's the play. Because you can always just retreat this into something that's better. He's going to put out the Rosalia. Because I think he's okay losing the Roserade is his mindset. So here's Cynthia. So draw up to 6 cards. Kricketune is annoying here. Kricketune, Roserade. I thought he had the Roserade in his hand, but I guess he can just go search the Roserade with his Grottle. That was his point in doing that first. So heads, heads. Brian has hit double heads on all of his Timer's Ball. He's been unlucky in some other ways, but double Timer Ball here, very good. I'm assuming it has to be, like, he can just evolve all of his guys if he has them not prized. So there's Kricketune, there's Skiploom. Again, Brian has been struggling for energy this game. Okay, there's Skiploom. Now, I have to... There's that. He's going to evolve that. Alright, Floatstone. Alright, Floatstone on the Rosalia. Put out the Jump Pluff. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if Brian knocks out our Gengar here, like, it's not looking good, right, for him. Oh, Adventure Bag's pretty good. Muscle Band, Wishful Baton. 60. You gonna attack again? No, Brian. I'm so sorry. It didn't knock it out. That's weird. All right, let's do this. Okay, so there's Lost Splendor. That's what we wanted to see. What's Professor's Letter? We have 1 Psychic Energy left. So let's Lost Splendor. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Draw a card. Let's Trekking Shoes. We would like that into our hand. Yes. Let's put Sableye up. Let's put that there. Let's retreat into Sableye. Let's go ahead and put Gengar on our bench again. So why didn't this die? Oh, because it has 10 more HP. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is going to be pretty sweet. We're going to put 9 here, and then we're going to put the rest on Kartana here. And then the Jump Bluff is going to die too because of state-based actions or whatever. That was pretty sweet. And then we do Spell Tag too. And we have the Rescue Stretcher to get back Sableye. And we have Energy Retrieval to get back energy. This deck is sweet. If you guys have not tried this deck out in Gym Leader Challenge yet, you have to. You gotta try this deck out. This deck is amazing. Alright, Apricorn Maker by Brian here. He is down to 21 cards. We are down to 12 cards. So we are in worse shape than him, for sure. He is going to get to take out again. Take this out. What can Brian get here? So he's going to Level Ball to get Combi. Putting out Combi here is not a good call. I guess he doesn't know that we can get the Sableye back, right? Alright, and he's getting Beedrill because I think he's expecting to empty his hand. He might be able to. If he has energy, which he might have attached energy here. We probably want to kill the Grottle this turn, to be honest. What does Kartana say? Yeah, we're going to kill the Grottle if it lets us. If he doesn't evolve into Torterra. If he evolves into Torterra, we're going to spend our entire game plan taking out the other guys. All right, so good plays on Fire Drinker Sator's part. Gonna play the Torterra, then he's got the Beedrill in hand. So he's gonna play the Beedrill, and then it's gonna let him draw up to 3 cards here. And then he'll take the knockout here. We're gonna put out Comfey. We are gonna go ahead and just Rescue Stretcher, put a Pokemon from our discard pile into our hand. Obviously, we're going to take the one that matters. Attach an energy to it. We are going to retreat into Sableye. We're going to put the Spell Tag here. And then let's do this. This says what? If you have exactly 4 prize cards remaining. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll do this. We'll leave the Kartana because it just doesn't matter at this point in the game, right? Oh, and we drew Echoing Horn and Target Whistle off of our prizes. So both of these cards, Target Whistle and Echoing Horn, let us get a Pokemon from our opponent's bench, or from their discard pile, back to their bench. So if they don't have a way, which this has free retreat, so it's going to kill this, but we can always Target Whistle up something and kill it with like counters or something. Alright, Marnie. He's drawn. So the Torterra here is going to do work. Alright. Ordinary Rod is going to put back Sableye into our deck. Alright, Evo Press. And what does this do? I think we get to kill the Kartana here and win the game. Well played, opponent. Good games all around. Fun night. I'm glad Brian was able to play it with us. Anyway, let's talk about the deck. The deck was sweet, man. Everything about that deck. The 2 Psychic decks we played this week. On Monday, we played the Dragapult deck, which just did everything I want a GLC deck to do. It drew cards, it attacked, it was able to search its deck for supporters, it was able to move damage counters around with Dusk Noir. That was a very sweet deck as well. This deck is attacking from a different angle where it's all in on the Lost Zone. And Sableye is your main attacker. We saw that there. Chimecho is just a great way to stop your opponent early game while you try to set up. And then we just have other cards that just go really well with what we're trying to do. Comfey and Sableye are the 2 best cards we could hope to have in this situation. Colress's Experiment down here somewhere in our supporters. We're not playing that many supporters, but this card is, again, one of our main engines, and most of our other cards revolve around getting this card back and using this every turn. You'll notice that we get down on cards towards the end of the game, so there's definitely a part of the game plan where you're like, stop drawing cards, stop putting cards in the Lost Zone. We are in attack mode, and before that, you get to take multiple game actions every turn. The grass decks, the fighting decks, sometimes you don't get to do those things, and the gameplay can seem stale. But if you're into taking game actions, if you're into Lost Zone, if you're into the Psychic type, this is a deck that I recommend you try out. Again, Lost Zone Psychic GLC deck. It is awesome. It is sweet. Give it a go. Well, that's it. Thank you guys for checking out the stream. It's been a pleasure. Follow, like, subscribe if you haven't already. Do me a world of favor if you could. Besides that, have a wonderful night, and I will catch you all on Monday. I think next week is going to be Metal Week. Maybe play some Ronnie James Dio on the stream. But see you guys later. Have a wonderful night.